Hi, I'm Philly the helicopter, and I enjoy throwing pies at teachers in the face. I was designed and created by Felicia Wang and hired by Kritika Santhanam to blab about my family. My great Times End grandma was the VS300, designed by the famous Igor Sikorsky. In my home state of Connecticut goes Yukon Huskies. The state of Connecticut played and continues to play a vital role in the evolution of my class of helicopter and the species of aircraft. Did I mention I'm the brand new S-97 Raider designed by the company Sikorsky started? This is what I'm supposed to look like outside of the virtual world, but that's beside the point. Charles Kamen was the engineer that helped advance the aeronautical industry to where it is now. Me, a specific body part of mine, the engine, gives me my energy.
In fact, Mark Sullivan once said that.
The engine is at the heart of things.
One of the best engineers of this part is Frederick Rentschler from Connecticut. I'm so excited to talk about his role in the evolution of my family, but that might just because I got refueled. Oh, and I almost forgot. I heard if my documentary is the best, I get to throw a pie at a teacher's face. Yes! May the best documentary win! Anyway, Rentschler was devoted to making the world a better place through aviation. He once said,
I realized then and there that I would never be happy unless I could find some way of going on with aviation.
Thanks for your faith in my kind, Wrenchy. In the spring of 1925, Rentschler came to Connecticut. That's your state. He came to pursue an idea which resulted in one of the most successful instruments in American history. He quit his job as chairman to focus on his own company to develop air-cooled radial engines without parsimonious investors nabbing at him about dinero. Liquid-cooled engines are more efficient. However, air-cooled engines cause far less drag for flying machines. So Frederick Rentschler decided to make efficient air-cooled engines, combining the two best aspects to develop the 650-pound, 425-horsepower Wasp engine. From there, his Pratt & Whitney aircraft company just kept on growing. Today, they are part of UTC, a world-renowned company based in Connecticut. Like I said, the Netmix stack is the best. Sikorsky designed all of my other parts, from my skeletal system to my integumentary system. I was based on the design by Leonardo da Vinci of a man-powered flying machine and Jules Verne's Rover the Conqueror. People had been imagining machines just like me for decades. No, centuries. I was the goal of mankind. Vertical flight, however, was also considered impossible by many. For example, Captain Ferdinand Ferber told Sikorsky,
Do not waste your time on the helicopter. The airplane will be far more valuable.
as if. Sikorsky got sidetracked for a little bit of dinero to start building my ancestor before he confirmed that he would dedicate his life to creative work in aviation, just like Rentschler. Igor Sikorsky started off making seaplanes. I mean, come on, helicopters are so much cooler. It is common knowledge, not bias. Finally, Sikorsky started building my great Times End grandma with the money he gathered from touring in a seaplane. His famed VS-300, first leaving the ground on September 14, 1939, was actually not a colossal movie like Liftoff. What really happened was a maximum of 4 inches of altitude and 10 seconds of time airborne. However, the feat of creating and piloting a vertically flying instrument was extraordinary. Look, that's my, great, great times and something grandma, the VS300. I never understood why she got to be the VS300 and I'm just the S97.
Anyway, I live under a giant shadow because every single one of my ancestors just had to be a savior of humankind in various wars and emergencies around the world. Those are big roles to fill, but this little raider is up for the challenge. The helicopter, a unique instrument for the saving of human lives, according to Sikorsky, did just that. In the Korean War alone, S-51 helicopter saved the lives of 10,000 wounded soldiers and 1,200 others behind enemy lines. In fact, the S-51 was nicknamed the Guardian Angel by troops. The helicopter definitely saved a vast number of families from hearing news of their soldiers' death. The sole thanks does not go to Sikorsky alone, but there is no question he had more than deserved a generous portion of it as a Russian Connecticuter. No, Connecticut?
Resident of Connecticut.
Not only that, but Sikorsky's original design is still used by over 95% of the helicopters today. His concept of one main rotor and one anti-torque tail rotor is used all the time. The companies and manufacturers will always be impacted by the intellect and aptitude of Sikorsky. Finally, Charles Huron Kamen invented the revolutionary servo flaps, which are small ailerons attached on the edges of rotor blades to help stabilize the helicopter. As a teenager, he set national duration records for the hand-launched model gliders, getting him a position as the head of a propeller dynamics at the Hamilton Standard Division of the United Aircraft Corporation, where he met the famed Igor Sikorsky. He went on to build the first gas turbine-powered helicopter, the first twin-turbine powered helicopter, the first remotely controlled helicopter, and the first all-composite rotor blade. Using these new versions of Sikorsky's invention, Kamen set numerous records. Additionally, his innovative K-MAX aerial truck, first flown in 1992, was the first helicopter built for the purpose of repetitive heavy lifting used in logging, construction, mining, firefighting, oil exploitation, and more. Another one of his helicopters, the H-43 Husky, is the single military helicopter not associated with any accidents or fatalities in its whole serving life. Furthermore, his helicopters have saved an estimated of 15,000 lives between 1950 and 2000 alone. Kamen's helicopters intraconvertibly reduced the fatalities in miscellaneous situations, such as Triumph deserves recognition comparable to legends such as my peeps, Sikorsky and Rentschler. I, Philly the helicopter, hold the most faith in my claim to the brilliance of Connecticut residents.
See, even Mark Sullivan agrees with me.
It's interesting that two of the real pioneers of helicopter engineering were both in Connecticut.
See, my French friend and my Japanese friend both disagree because they just don't understand the greatness of Connecticut. Whatever, you have your Mitsubishis, we have me. Clearly, aerospace engineering was drastically improved by Frederick Rentschler, Igor Sikorsky, and Charles Kamen, who created prominent legacies, such as my family, that continued to advance aviation. You know I'm right. Ooh, I gotta go. I'm running out of fuel, and my pilot hates it when I'm late for training. I really want to stay after school and have detention. Sikorsky would be so disappointed in me.
Philly, get on topic.
Thanks for the attention. I think you just want my big blabbermouth to shut up now, so see ya.
Building aircraft engines and helicopters, whatever, it's not a one-man show. One man can be the visionary and can kind of inspire people, but that one man better be able to go find people around him. So